rivers of molten rock seethe beneath the Earth's crust and erupt with unmatched, awe-inspiring fury. Legend tells us that primitive man thought volcanoes must surely be the home of angry fire gods. Man, still in awe of fire, has learned to tame it. And yet around the world, a bizarre ritual persists. Man knowingly and willingly matches himself against the flames. Practiced in diverse cultures, embodied in several religions, the mysterious and ancient custom of firewalking has intrigued observers for hundreds of years. Two puzzling questions remain unanswered through the centuries. How did the custom originate, and what protects the firewalkers from being burned? Mountain village in northern Spain, a bed of fire has been prepared. Here, once each year, men bravely face the fire and cross it successfully. Outsiders, they say, are severely burned. What special powers guide these men on their perilous walk?
Presents information based in part on theory and conjecture. The producer's purpose is to suggest some possible explanation, but not necessarily the only ones, to the mysteries we will examine.
With awesome force and brutality, fire destroys all in its way. But historically, fire has also been a creative force, the bringer of warmth, comfort, security. Our early ancestors learned to use fire about 400,000 years ago. Imagine the first brave soul who approached the forest fire or volcano and captured the fearful, awesome giant. Suddenly, light and warmth were his, and with it, an easier, more settled life. But it would be many thousands of years before man would learn to make fire at will. This seemingly simple discovery marked the birth of civilization. When and where man began to walk on fire, perhaps to demonstrate his mastery over it, is unknown. In literature, we find fire walking in the Bible and in Hindu records of the 6th century before Christ. It's likely the custom started far earlier. In the modern world, firewalking is surprisingly widespread. It crosses continental boundaries, cultural and religious heritage. There seems to be at least one common denominator that underlies all firewalking rituals. A firewalker is considered successful only if he emerges unburned, unscarred. How this is done is a mystery that has puzzled observers for centuries. I can keep my skin next to this flame for less than a second before I feel pain. A second or two longer, the skin would turn red and blister. Yet most firewalkers are in contact with searingly hot coals for much longer than I could possibly keep my finger in this flame. They seem to be able to turn off the physiological mechanism that causes burning. But how? Although some skeptics may claim there's a trick involved, a more convincing argument comes from experts investigating the powers of the mind.
I have spent 18 months in India Burma and parts of Tibet, and I've observed firewalking on 2 separate occasions.
Psychologist Sidney Walter is president of the California State Hypnosis Association.
And I'm fairly convinced, even though there's arguments pro and con, that's a total state of disassociation. Disassociation simply means that a person allows himself to feel that he is somewhere else. Now look to your left there and notice that bowl of ice water with ice cubes floating in it. Place your left hand in it and tell me if you feel it's cold or whatever you feel.
It's freezing.
Now I know from our talks previously you enjoy the beach at Nice where you spend some time. You're going to completely disassociate yourself from this place and time. You're now at Nice, on the beach. Just let go, let go. No responsibilities, no obligations, no demands upon you. Disassociate yourself completely. No matter what I do, hold your hand and place it in water, whatever it is.
After inducing a light hypnotic state, Dr. Walter helps his subject to disassociate.
Concentrating on the beach scene, your hands very limp. Concentrate on the beach scene. Keep concentrating on the beach scene. Concentrate on the beach scene. Keep concentrating on that beach scene. You feel very good.
Under normal circumstances, the ice water would be tolerable for merely a few seconds.
Totally disassociate now. You're at the beach.
Gerard feels no discomfort whatsoever. His disassociation has turned off the experience of pain.
To letter E. To letter E, you could open your eyes, feeling very, very relaxed and comfortable. A, B, you are very comfortable. C, D, and E. You could open your eyes now. How's the water now, Gerard?
It's cold. Still has ice cubes in it.
I believe strongly that a person could withstand tremendous discomfort and pain if they have absolute belief they're comfortable, and I believe they could experience tremendous torment and pain if they have absolute belief they have it, even though it's not present. An absolute belief, an unquestionable belief, to me, is definitely a state of self-hypnosis.
Can self-hypnosis, however, actually prevent burns and blisters? The remote village of San Pedro Manrique lies nestled in the hills of northwestern Spain. Here, each June, a dramatic nighttime firewalk is the highlight of a festival honoring a Catholic saint.